Alright, some of you have been asking, so yes, I will review the BlackOps3 beta regarding netcode quality. However, PS4 users have already reported problems logging in, with some users having been placed into queues with estimated wait times of multiple hours, and others unable to find matches once they do log in. This is on top of the already extremely short duration of the beta, and if this launch is anything like the previous COD releases, periods of extended downtime. I will be reviewing the PC version, giving them enough time to fix any major issues on their end discovered during the PS4 beta, but if the PC version also suffers issues preventing players from participating, I will have to make a decision between playing the game and gathering data. It's simply not possible to do both within this time frame. Of course, in this case I will choose data. I rarely provide my subjective opinions anyway, as I feel my viewers can form their own, so there will be no change there. However, by not playing the game, I will not experience problems that I otherwise wouldn't test for. If the dedicated servers are a mess, like they were in Advanced Warfare for instance, I won't know about it. So keep that in mind when watching the review, assuming the developers have given enough time for me to complete it, that is. And if you notice any unique problems of your own in Black Ops 3, please post them, preferably while the PC beta is still ongoing, from the 26th till the 30th. I'll do what I can, but they certainly haven't made it easy. I was expecting at least a couple weeks, but it looks like even a couple days will be a miracle. Speaking of being short on time, I still have to get that programming series finished. Apologies for the wait on that. It's actually been fully written since before the Advanced Warfare review. You saw a few excerpts in there, I just haven't had the time to edit it. But I'll get that done too. We're looking at about 10 videos in total, just on in-match networking, 8 of which are all you really need to know for most games, so I'll focus on getting those out. The last 2 are fairly specific topics, kill cams and theater mode, which isn't really networking, but helps for understanding the final topic, automated latency balancing. Automated latency balancing, of course, being the core issue surrounding Black Ops 2, so it's quite relevant we'd be aware of that in Black Ops 3. As you can see on the screen now, I've also collected data for a few more games to add to the comparison of baseline delays. That was helpful to put the numbers into context for players, so I'll carry on using that, as long as everyone remembers this is not intended for a one-to-one comparison, at least not when discussing games using other designs. Still, we're evaluating the player experience, not the implementation, and in that case, this comparison is entirely appropriate. Even knowing exactly what we're dealing with, it still surprises me to see how far we've come since the 90s, and not in a good way. Here's to hoping Black Ops 3 gets this series back on track. But let's be honest, hope is the only reason COD is still around.